Sad when a mother has to speak the words that condemn her own son. But I couldn't allow them to believe that I would commit murder. They'll put him away now, as I should have, years ago. He was always bad, and in the end he intended to tell them I killed those girls and that man, as if I could do anything except just sit and stare, like one of his stuffed birds. Well, they know I can't even move a finger, and I won't. I'll just sit here and be quiet, just in case they do suspect me. They're probably watching me. Well, let them. Let them see what kind of a person I am. I'm not even going to swat that fly. I hope they are watching. They'll see. They'll see and they'll know. And they'll say, why, she wouldn't even harm a fly.
Welcome back to my horror movie reviews, guys. Yes, this is still going on. I'm going to do a little bit this year. I'm not going to do a lot like I did last year because I am on the schedule for a little bit because I got to do Star Wars, Rocky, and of course the Tarantino films. So I'm doing a little bit of the horror film stuff. I'm still going to do some of these stuff, but next year I'm probably going to do a whole lot that I'm going to do this year. But right now, we're going to talk about one of my favorite horror movies. Well, not really a horror movie, one of my favorite psychological thrillers, and one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Alfred Hitchcock, original 1960 masterpiece, Psycho. And just to let you know, this entire video is going to be black and white because, of course, I reviewed Psycho, so why not? And what more can be said about Psycho? It's a classic. It is directed by one of my favorite directors of all time, Alfred Hitchcock. And not only Psycho is my favorite Hitchcock film, I do love other Hitchcock films like The Birds, Vertigo, and Dial M for Murder, and North by Northwest. His style is very, very noticeable. I know some other directors try to use the style, but they fail miserably. Shyamalan. but yeah, Hitchcock, his style is very noticeable. He also has a lot of twists into his films. Of course, one of the most famous twists with Psycho, which we'll get into soon. So the first half of the movie centers around Marion Crane, a woman on the run with $40,000 to help herself and her boyfriend. But then on a rainy night, she stopped by the baseball tail and she meets the owner of the baseball tail, Norman Bates. A kind young man, very normal, but he had dark secrets of his own because his mother might be a little cuckoo. What made Psycho so great and what made it so unpredictable is that in after the famous shower scene, our main character gets killed off. And it's like, whoa! Our main character gets killed off. What the heck? What do we got now? Who we got now? We got Norman, we got the boyfriend, got the sister, and we got the detective. But he gets killed off too, so yeah. Both cast members, Janet Leigh, and especially Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates. He made the role his own. He does a great job of playing like the shy, timid, nervous, socially awkward, lonely type of guy. But you actually feel sorry for the guy. You actually do. Janet Leigh, especially, this movie actually boosted Janet Leigh's career. And she actually is the mother, of course, of Jamie Lee Curtis, which later on she starred in, of course, Halloween. Usually I'll look at symbolism in films, but this symbolism I obviously catched on. In the opening of the film, we see Mary and her boyfriend. She wearing a white bra, white panties, but after she stole the money, she then wear a black bra and black panties. And this symbolizes that she done something wrong. Obviously, what symbolizes that she's a good girl turned bad. I could go on and on about the cinematography in this film. It's freaking amazing. Oh my goodness, the cinematography is such amazing, especially the conversation between Norman and Mary when they have the conversation about Norman's mother. Yep, mother. I did it because you audience who've seen the film know what I'm talking about. So yeah, but the cinematography is freaking amazing, especially for a film from the 60s. It's amazing. Actually, the cinematography in this film is better than any of the newer films that came out in recent times. There. I said it. They really have to talk about the twist. I mean, of course, Norman's mother's dead, and Norman has a split personality, which is his mother. Yes, the end. Sorry, I'm just kidding, people. But yeah, the twist was very mind-blowing. I mean, his mother was dead the whole freaking time, and basically his mother took over his mind. It basically killed Marion and Arbogast. I mean, especially for a film from the 60s, that I've never seen until like a couple years ago, I was blown away with that twist. I really was. But at the end, when the doctor explained all the stuff, I'm like, I was really... One nitpick I have, when the doctor was explaining Norman and his mother personality, split personality, they talk about that was unneeded in my opinion. I mean, now we're in a day and age we kind of know about film twists and plot twists, so that we know the audience aren't idiots. So I gotta say that was kind of unnecessary. That's a minor nitpick. That's a minor nitpick because, of course, now if you see it now, we know this stuff now. We kind of figured this stuff out. But of course, like I said, at the very end, which I did a little mini skit for when his mother talking voice over his head, talking about, oh, you wouldn't have heard a fly. That give me the chills. I don't know, Psycho is just one of those films that people constantly talk about. Ebert loves the film. Majority of film critics love the film. Stuckman. And now they love Psycho. I love Psycho myself. And this is a film that, of course, people constantly talk about it. Talk about the twist. Talk about Norman. Talk about the shower scene, of course. How can you not talk about that? And the opening credit scene, too. How some people don't really talk about the opening credit scene that much. I don't really know why. It's amazing. But yeah, what more can be said about Psycho? It's a classic. It's amazing. A masterpiece. True masterpiece cinema right here. And of course, Psycho gets an A+. Just in case you want to know how I feel about the 1998 shot-by-shot remake of Psycho, this meme will help explain it for you.